I'm going to walk through what all these numbers mean in a Child Support Guidelines Worksheet. Hopefully you can better understand what's going on here. There's a lot of numbers. Only a very few of them are actually input into the system. This is a sample worksheet. It's not an actual client's worksheet, but this is more in line with what you'll see at a court hearing rather than the Child Support Guidelines Worksheet that the Supreme Court of Florida puts on their website. First off, the first thing to notice is the number of children, combined number of children. Here we have 2 children, and they're living primarily with the wife. 0 of the children living with the husband. So obviously 2 with the wife, 0 with the husband. That gives 2 combined with, or 2 combined overall. The next data that is input, the first section up here is the income section. It shows a wife with $3,109 of monthly income and a husband of $5,400 of monthly income. It totals these numbers up to $8,509. These other lines here are for different ways you can make money. Basically, they're all treated the same except for non-taxable income. That generally comes up only in a military context, but there are others. So the difference between the 8509 and the 7285 are the various deductions, and that's what the rest of this side of the worksheet is talking about. It lists the various deductions, other alimony payments, taxes, and the other main ones: union dues, mandatory retirement plans, parents' health insurance cost, not the children's, that's treated somewhere else, but the parents' health insurance cost, as well as child support that is ordered and paid in other cases, not this case, but is ordered and paid in other cases. Each parent's net income is calculated, and then it's added up to the 7285 number, and that's the number that is reflected on the next screen with the minimum child support need of $1,921. Okay, so to review, the only numbers input on the left side of the screen were the number of children, the income of the wife, the income of the husband. Nothing was input as any alimony payment made by either party. The taxes are calculated automatically, and there are no other deductions used. The numbers here at the bottom are also automatically calculated, and that gets us to the other side where we initially see the minimum child support need of $1,921. So starting on this side, the numbers that are input are simply, typically it's this number here, 100 is input. That generates automatically the 265. This is just the number of overnights that the children are going to have with the husband. Based on the minimum child support need of $1,921, the 2 next numbers here get divided up based on the percentages of income. So in this situation, the husband would typically pay $1,108 a month in child support. That's not going to be the case here because of the number of nights. The law requires a reduction in his child support if he spends more than 20% of the nights with the children. And here it shows you his percentage, 27.4%. So that will, due to some interesting math provided by the statute, will give him a pre-adjustment transfer, so that's his base child support amount, based on his number of nights and his income, of $873. Next we go down to a couple of expenses that are counted in a child support calculation. First, this hypothetical couple pays $450 a month in daycare cost and $350 a month in medical. And here you can see that the wife pays the child care and the husband pays the medical. Each is responsible for only a portion of those numbers, even though they pay the entire amount of each one. The wife is responsible for about 42.3% of both costs, okay, and the husband is responsible for 57.7% of both costs. So instead of having the wife pay some money to the husband and the husband paying some money to the wife, there's only one transfer, and that's the $111.68 that the husband pays in additional child support due to these expenses. So you add that to the pre-adjustment transfer, and you have his final child support amount of $985.06.